Good morning, students. I hope you all are safe and good. For grade 6, in History first chapter, what, where, how, and when, today we are going to revise that chapter. First, they are explaining about how we can know about the past. We can know the past by the several things. By the food they ate, the clothes they wore, house they lived. On first, people they started to live at the bank of the river Narmada, settled life. On first, the people they were hunting, they were doing hunting and gatherers. They were called as a skilled gatherers and hunters. By what? Because they gathered the foods like fruits and some grains, some leaves from the forest. That is called as a gatherers and hunters. Sulaiman and Creeder Hills. About the Sulaiman and the Creeder Hills, they are explaining before 800 years before they started to cultivate the crops like wheat, barley, etc. And later they started moving and they reached the Indus River. At the bank of the Indus River and the tributaries, they started a settled life at the year of 4700 years before. And there also they formed the new cities. At the bank of the river Ganga or at the bottom of the river Ganga, they formed the cities for living. Because what a city means? The trading. They started to trade. The south part of the Ganga region is called as Magadha. And why do people they traveled? Due to there was many reason people moved to the subcontinents. From one subcontinent to other subcontinent, the people they started to move for their livelihood, to safeguard them from the natural disaster, and for the trade purpose, and for some religious teachers they traveled from one subcontinent to other for teaching their religious thought. And because of war also the people they started moving from one place to another. This movement of people enriched the culture and the tradition. Along with the people, their culture and the tradition also moved to the new place. So the new evolution of tradition and culture was evolved. And carving stones, music, and cooking food. These are all some of the culture and tradition carried by the people, those who moved from one place to another. Finding about the past. For India, they are giving two names. How the name came? India, the name came from the river Indus, and Bharat is a name was given to the people those who are living in the northwest part of India. Later, for whole India, we said as a Bharat. And manuscripts. What is manuscripts? Manuscripts are the record maintained by the poets on writing the holy things and the pride of the king and the victories of the king and rules of that special place and some important things in the manuscripts. They were written. So it is the handwritten. Manu means hand. So all the manuscripts was written in hand. Inscriptions. What does inscriptions mean? Hard surface. The same thing, the pride of the king or the speciality of the king, the war he achieved, and what are all the rules followed by the people, everything was inscripted in a stone surface or a metal surface. That is like hard surface they printed and made the peoples to learn, to know that these kind of rules and regulations was followed in previous year, like that. So this is called as inscription and manuscripts. People who learn about the remain of architecture. The people, those who learn about the remains of sculptures, bricks, temples, and all, and digging the land and doing the research, these people they are called as archaeologists. The objects that find in the land may be in stones or metal or maybe in wooden or pots. This all helps us to know the past, how, when, at what time the people they lived and what kind of metal they have used, right? And about the dates. This chapter will explain about the dates. And after dividing to the subcontinents, the jatis and the subcaste were divided. So the main jati on that, the subcaste was Rajputs, right? About the Rajputs and how the people they controlled their jatis in subcaste, everything they have detailedly shown in this chapter. Yeah, children, thank you and have a great day, children.